Well, first let me just say I'm never a mic person. I'm always behind the scenes. But first, I want you guys to give it up to Erin, because without her, this wouldn't even be possible. Right? She put in so much work to make this possible, and I really appreciate everything she done. When did I meet her? Me and my colleague Gary Newman went to this CSI event, and I remember I met her and she was doing a presentation there, and then she blew me away by her presentation, and I just wanted to connect with her. I took her business card, sent her an email, and then from there it's like, let's meet up, let's break bread. We broke bread, we became good friends. She's like one of my closest friends. She's so cool. And then I remember when she invited me out to one of her events, I said, this is so awesome what you're doing. Is there a way you could work with our organization? And then a year and a half it took us to get here, and now we're here today. So please give it up to her, yeah? All right, cool. So I'm not going to talk so much about the Film Stars Project, because it's not about the Film Stars Project. It's about two organizations that coming together to give young people the chance to tell their stories. So Stories of Ours and the Film Stars Project. First time doing this, and it seems like it's going to be a success. So thank you everyone for coming out. So the Film Stars Project, just to give you a little background, we're a youth-led nonprofit organization that works with young people coming from traumatized communities, giving them the chance to tell their stories on film so you could get a better understanding of their reality and their world. So like I said, today is not about the film, it's about storytelling. But yeah, hopefully you guys keep in contact with us and you guys could come out to see some of our films. So we have an amazing lineup this evening for you guys. My story is so-so, but these guys, their story is going to be amazing. We have Erin sharing a story, I hope. And then we have my man, the DJ, Conrad, powerful poet and singer. Then we have the actor/model, Brock Presley. And then we have our youngest member, Reginald. And then who else? And then we have the lovely Denisha at the back. She's with the Film Stars Project. And then we have Samantha. She's running a bit late, but she'll be here. So a great lineup we have for you guys this evening. Cool? So they forced me to break the ice. I'm not used to doing this. I'm not a storyteller, but hey, we got to do it, right? So the story I'm going to share with you guys is called Does Real Men Cry? So where I'm from, they say real men don't cry. The only time you're supposed to cry is when you lose a family member or a friend due to gun violence. 4 summers ago was the last time I cried, but it wasn't for any of those reasons. I was with a girl that was toxic for me, toxic in the term that she didn't value what I was doing in life. Wanted me to cut loose on my friends, give up on my dreams, and find a new career path that could bring in fast money, meaning that she wanted me to become a drug dealer and work on the street. Everyone told me to stay away from her, but I didn't listen. Let's just say I was a sucker for love. I remember when we stopped talking for a while because the arguments got worse, and she believed that I wasn't giving her what she wanted in life. And she wanted a baby. She wanted a baby. She wanted to get married, and she wanted me to move in with her. But we were just seeing each other for 4 months, and she was moving too fast, and I was like, whoa, this is too fast for me. So yeah, and then so we parted ways for a while after a month and a half. No, we parted ways for a while, and then after a month and a half, 2 months, she gave me a call and said she wanted to work things out. I was excited because I was still caught up with her and everything. So I remember going to her house one afternoon during the summer, and I was all happy, dressed up and everything. Usually I don't dress up. I dress up just to see her. I went there, I knocked her door, she opened up the door, and she looked so disappointed in seeing me. And she gave me a little shove and said, you should have never come here. And I was confused because I'm like, you wanted to work things out. But then she told me there was another dude in the house, and my world just got destroyed. But as a man, you can't show that you're hurt, right? So I sucked it up, holding my tears, and say, you know what, it's all good, go on with your bad self. So I walked out the building. We parted ways after that. I walked out the building, and then that's when I started breaking down. I was crying like a little kid, and that was really devastating for me. And that was the first day when I recall, that was the first day I recall having panic attacks, because I do deal with panic attacks, and that was the first day when I was dealing with it. Feeling hurt and alone, I had no one to turn to because my people would look at me and laugh and say, you're crying over a girl. But I took a risk and called one of my homeboys from the neighborhood I was from, close friend from high school. I called him, I took that risk, and he sensed something was wrong with me. And during that time, he was in a relationship with his girlfriend, and he dropped everything he had with her and came to see me. The mood I was in was the worst thing. The worst thing you could do is drink, right? And me, whenever I'm hurt or going through something, I always turn to the bottle. And not anymore though, but back then, yeah, I used to turn to it. And we were at one of my favorite spots downtown, Jack Astor's, grabbing drinks and whatnot. And it wasn't talking, it was just drinking a lot and everything. And then he realized that I was drinking too much, and then he stopped me and said, you know what? He gave me an ultimatum. You could continue drinking, but I'm gone. But he's like, I'm here for you. It's okay. And in that moment, I realized that this guy's my good friend. But before all that, I was saying some hurtful things, because you know when you have too much to drink, you start talking and whatever. This guy's a big dude, so he could have knocked me out with one punch. But I said some things, and he understood. He never got upset. He understood and hugged me and said, it's okay. And then I started to cry and break down, but he didn't care. He just wanted to be there for his boy. They say when you're going through dark times, people will show you their true colors. But my homeboy showed me who he really was. He's a good friend, and I consider him my brother, my blood brother till this day. We don't talk about this, and he never brings it up to me. But I know for a fact that if I do need to cry or go through something, he got my back. So just to wrap it all up, they say real men don't cry, but I say it takes a real man to cry when he's hurt. Thank you everyone for coming out. My name's Plummer. You guys enjoy the rest of the story.